is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you are listening to How Do We Human, the podcast where we talk about all the weird and uncomfortable micro moments in life. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Binning.
I'm one of your hosts, Evan Cox.
Today we're going to be talking about having fun, the pressures of fun.
Yeah.
But first.
Feel pressure.
Yeah, you feel the pressure? But first, I gotta ask, Evan.
Yes.
How you doing?
Great.
Hooray!
Kind of. It's like, it's wintertime now. Cold fun in the wintertime. It's not actually winter, it's fall, but it'll be winter shortly. But it's winter in LA in the sense that it's all gloomy out. And I like that. But, and this is what I find every time we turn that clock back, which, hey, I can get a lot of shit for this. I'm pro daylight savings. I like the change.
Whoa!
Yeah, deal with it.
You're a crazy person.
Well, you're a natural-born desert time freak. I was born into the daylight savings. I enjoy it. I don't know why people get so riled up about it. Anyways, what I find out around this time is like when it starts getting all gloomy out, like I'm just, I am not motivated to do shit. Like, couch is nice. Let's just stay on the couch. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I just went on a trip. We both just went on trips. We're a couple of trippers. Call us Jack Trippers.
That's right.
Yeah. 8 simple rules for going on vacation with my daughter. So I went to Catalina with my girlfriend. I'd never been before. We were talking about it a little bit before the podcast. I went snorkeling for the first time.
Ooh.
Have you been?
No. I hear it's better down where it's wetter, but I've only had to take it from somebody else, so.
Oh, who was it?
Yeah, this is embarrassing, but It was a crab.
Oh, that's beyond embarrassing. That's disconcerting.
This is why I didn't want to tell you.
Oh, wait, was it Sebastian?
Yeah.
Oh, he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Isn't he a lobster?
You think Sebastian's a lobster?
Isn't he?
I
mean, he's a crab, but I'm seeing him in my head.
I mean, he's a crab. I think that would explain that he's a crab not a lobster.
Here's the thing. He is a crab. I can't fault you there.
Okay, yeah.
But the way his head comes out, that's pure lobster, baby. He just doesn't have a lobster mustache. Crab heads don't come out of the shell.
Lobster mustache.
Yeah, you know, a Salvador Dali look.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough about Sebastian. The lobster, though he is a crab. Or I'll just get on my high horse and I'm going to be adamant about this. He's a lobster. He doesn't have a tail or a mustache. Tail as old as time.
Yeah. True as it can be.
I was snorkeling the other day.
I'm snorkeling here.
So scuba diver got in my way. I'm snorkeling here. Not worth saying. I just slowly killed your reference.
Yeah.
Strangled it to death under the water. Anyways, so I'd never been before. Jocelyn had been several times or a few times. I forget. I forget which one or the other.
It's one or the other. It's either
a few or it was
several.
And so I was kind of following her lead. We rented wetsuits, which I've never worn a wetsuit before. I want a wetsuit. I wear dry suits when I'm swimming. Dry clean only. These were awesome. I love wearing a wetsuit because we've talked about it in the past. I'm so slow to get in the water when it's cold. I hate that feeling. And they got us extra thick wetsuits so that like, you could barely feel. It was just like, oh, I'm in the water and I feel like it feels room temperature. It was awesome. But the current was super strong. So in Catalina, the part where there's just like an open area where everyone goes scuba diving and snorkeling. And you go down a set of stairs, and there's the entrance. So I'm like, the water's crashing up against the stairs. So it's like a little intense. So you got to like wait for the tide to go back. So it's like it comes in, crashes, goes back. If you time it wrong, you're just going to crash right back against the stairs. And that's not going to be fun.
No.
So I'm a little on edge, but we go. Phew. I jump in. I don't have one of those wetsuit hood things on. I've got the snorkel mask, so it's covering my nose and my eyes, and then the snorkel in my mouth. But when any part of your body gets dunked into freezing cold water, you kind of lose your breath really quick. You know, that like,
Right.
So that happens, and water starts shooting in my nose, which I'm like, that's not supposed to happen.
No,
So
it's supposed to be protected.
I start panicking and like a legit, like, I'm dying. So I need to like get up. So I get up and I'm like, trying to clear my nose out. And Jocelyn's also sitting there. She's calming me down because I'm genuinely feeling like, that like sudden, like I can't breathe. Then your body goes into panic mode. So we calm down. By we, I mean me. And we're like, all right, whew, okay, I think I'm ready. Let's go. Jocelyn's like, all right, let's go. She turns around, starts swimming away, immediately kicks me in the face with her flipper. Did not realize it. I had to tell her like an hour later after it was all said and done. But I'm like, come on. I don't think I'm good at this. But I'm snorkeling, and every fucking time I lift my head or move my head in any direction, salt water's shooting up my nose. And I keep trying to suction my mask to my face. All this, it's not working. So that plus the current giving me a hard time. I'll tell you after this why the mask is giving me a hard time. It'll be good information for you.
Yeah.
If you ever snorkel about. But so I was like, I'm going to try to get out so I can fix my mask with it. Because every time I'm stopping, the current's like, a wave is hitting me in the face. Right. Not as relaxing as snorkeling should be. Granted, I did float around a bit. I was looking at the cute fish. That was very fun. I enjoyed it, and I will go again now that I know more. Anyways, I got to get out of the water. So I start going. I'm not timing it with the tide or the current at all. So I'm like just trying to swim against this current into the stairs. I look up. I'm not at the stairs anymore. I'm at these giant rocks, and the current kicks me in, and I run into those rocks. And then I finally get over to the stairs. I get up, and I'm like taking my mask. I've got to fix my mask, and then I realize there's blood running down my arm because I cut my thumb on the rocks. And I was like, all right, I shouldn't be in the water now. I got to get out. And I get out, and there's this older guy sitting up there. And he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm fine." And he's like, "What happened to your head?" And I realized, like, when I was taking off my mask, I'd rubbed blood all over my face. I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine. It's just my thumb." But it turns out when you got a mustache, a snorkel mask, like a lobster, a snorkel mask isn't going to seal to your face properly. At least if you have a thicker mustache, which I don't have like a super thick mustache, but I guess it does the trick. And I was looking it up, and apparently the word is you're supposed to cover your mustache in like Vaseline or something like that, and that'll fill in the gaps and help you seal the mask. But I kept going and wanting it to work, and I'm like, there's no way this is what the experience is, right? When people say, "Oh, I love snorkeling," there's no way it's just like, yeah, when the water's shooting up your nose the whole time.
When you feel like you're drowning.
All that. Oh, it's the best. It was a great trip. That was an interesting excursion. I would like to try it again. But possibly a bit of a failure. My first time out snorkeling. Chris?
Yes?
Or should I call you Jack?
Mr.
Tripper? Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna talk about something that's not related to my trip
Awesome.
because guess what? The trip is gonna be something I talk a lot about in the main part of the
Oh
episode.
boy.
I'm here to talk about the movie theater, Evan. The
Oh my
cinema
god.
experience. And just another reason why we gotta shut it all down.
Oh my god.
I told
Voice.
you before we started recording that I saw
Yeah.
the Banshees of Inisherin.
Yarr.
Is that
offensive?
and I,
Maybe.
as I like to do, saw
Yeah.
it on a weekday,
Great.
like middle of the day.
Good
Just
time for it.
me and a bunch of retired
Banshees.
folk. And there are certain movies that you go to and you're like, the audience is going to be bad for this one.
Yeah.
They're going to talk a lot. They're going to make a lot of noise. Those are usually your big blockbusters. You're not expecting a rowdy
Yeah.
crowd in the Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that we had a rowdy crowd, but there was a couple who were in the row in front of me. Or rather, they started 2 rows in front of me and repeatedly throughout the movie are getting up and changing their seats just over and over again. I'm like, I don't understand what the problem is.
Ugh.
I was in the very back row because I thought that I might get an offer up message about something I was trying to sell, and so I wanted to be able to check my phone without disturbing others.
Taking that tip from our movie episode.
That's right.
That's right. We're learning.
We're learning. But so I'm in the very back row. And I'm watching this couple just move every like 5 to 10 minutes.
So weird.
And there's another person in my row, like 5 seats over, maybe. And finally, this couple sits in front of that person, and everybody's watching the movie. Nobody's talking to each other. Everybody's eating their snacks. It's just a normal, what going to the movie theater should be like.
Yeah.
And then they get up again. They move 5 seats over in front of me now.
Oh my god.
And the person that's in my row 5 seats down finishes their popcorn, so they're like folding the bag to like, close it,
Yeah.
It's not a lot of noise. It's like they push it in and they fold it and they like seal it. But the woman that's in the couple turns to her and goes, "Are you fucking serious? You don't have to close the fucking bag." I was like, "Oh my god, no!" This 70-year-old woman's gonna pick a fight with this 50-year-old woman in the Banshees of Inisherin. Are you kidding me?
The people moving were like elderly?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And the 50-year-old woman with her popcorn is pissed off now.
Hell
so
yeah.
she just intentionally starts rustling her popcorn bag.
I'm now on her side.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Fuck the movie for a second.
Yeah.
Let's annoy these old people.
Yeah. And then the old woman again is like, just goes, "Fuck you, bitch." And the 50-year-old woman is like, "You're damn right." And then the elderly couple stands up, leaves the theater, and never returns.
Wow.
This is maybe at most all of this happened in the like first 30 to 45 minutes of the movie.
It's crazy what Nancy Pelosi's been up to since she retired.
Yeah, I really like. I thought that they were to come back with like theater employees to like
Right, yeah.
to
They were
fight him,
just
and
like,
I was
fuck it.
ready to jump in and be like, no, no, I was here the whole time. But no, they just never came back at all.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, unexplainable.
yeah, absolutely
I don't know.
unexplainable. No,
Well,
no, no way to understand what was going on. I feel like I'm very sensitive to people's theater noise, and
yeah.
this woman with her popcorn was not loud at all.
And that's the thing is I'm like, and maybe this is it. Maybe it doesn't make sense for the directions they were moving, but I'm like, I feel like, you're older. Maybe it's you can't hear the movie very well. So you're trying to
Sure.
move to a spot where you can hear the movie very well. And then a little crinkling happened and she just lost it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of logic in the way it sounds like they were moving.
No.
Just randomly about the theater.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I don't know where, if it was a hearing the movie issue. Because, like, hey, I won't lie to you. There were a couple times where I could use some subtitles for those thick Irish accents. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. If you wanted to be away from people, the first, that chunk of rows towards the screen that
Mhm.
like, hey, is not super comfortable to sit in, but
Totally.
it was all empty. You could have gone down there, had an entire section of the theater to yourself.
Yeah.
But nope, they just stood up
Nope.
and left.
Eh. Good riddance.
They for sure were not having fun.
Woo! They just want to have fun, but someone's wrinkling their popcorn. They're sitcom stars now.
Yeah. Do
You like to have fun?
You ever had fun before?
It's happened. I've been known to have fun once or twice. Just the generality. Is that a word? Maybe.
I think
The
it is.
generality of all this. Hey, everyone loves to have fun, whatever that person's version of fun is. Some people's
Girls
version
especially.
of fun is, we'll get to girls. They love to have, they gotta have fun. But, if it's sitting at home playing World of Warcraft, whatever your version of fun is, going out to a party. But when fun comes to public, and I'm not like, there's two. Because you mentioned like the idea of being in a public space where everyone's having fun and you're not having fun.
Yeah.
And that is uncomfortable because I will say for me, when I'm not having fun at like a party, I'm good. I'm just not having fun.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go into myself and just sit and think or look at my phone or talk to the one person I know there. But I've had worse. Obviously, if I'm drinking, I'm not thinking about this, and it gets worse. But if I'm sober and I'm trying to have fun, I'm very, very self-conscious in public of the people watching me have fun, and they're probably not watching me have fun. But I know my voice carries, and I get very self-conscious about how much fun can I have. Does that make any sense? Moderate amount? None?
Moderate amount. Here's the problem, right?
Okay.
You said your voice carries. And I was like, does the joke work if I say my voice Samantha's? And I got lost in that for a second.
It works.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
So, yeah, I mean, I also worry about if other people feel like I'm having
Yeah.
fun. because there are a lot of people who like are very open with how
Outward.
fun they're having, how much fun they're
Yes.
having. And that ain't me, Chief.
Yeah.
I am much more of a like you don't get to know if I'm having fun. That's for
Yeah.
me.
You gotta get to know me.
Yeah, right. So I guess I do relate to that. When we went to former guest Kaylee Follett's birthday, right?
Sure.
And she said that as a like host, she's always very worried about whether or not people are having fun
Yeah.
at a thing that she's quote unquote in charge of.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other people at that party were very outward, like, I'm having fun. And you and I, and probably Louise, because we were in just a group by ourselves. I still had fun at that party, but
Yeah.
I do remember getting the impression that we were not having fun the right way. We were not. We were the quote unquote problem.
Well, we weren't in that's the thing I can't even remember, because it's like we were all sitting around a fire. I forget if there was a fire, but we were sitting around a fire.
There was, yeah.
Was there a fire?
Yes.
We were all sitting around it, and then at a certain point, you just kind of look up, and it was like you, me, and Louise sitting next to each other, and then everyone else was in a circle away from us.
Correct.
And I don't remember how that happened, but it did cause some concern.
Yes.
Why aren't you with the rest of us? And I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. I mean, my short answer would be that I don't think I liked everybody there, but so I was fine with being excluded, but it was like we didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
We didn't do it on we didn't try to exclude ourselves, but once we were excluded, I was not in any rush to re-include myself.
I relate to that. I'm not sure that's what was going on that day with me. I think I was just like, how'd this happen? but I know that feeling when you're like, it's so weird when you're in a fun situation and then you kind of slowly realize, like, I don't think these people like me very much. And I kind of like, all right, I guess I'll kind of stop trying to be liked, because that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just do my own little thing over here. It's weird. And maybe I mean, anyone listening to this podcast knows we overthink most things in life. Maybe this is all in our heads. But even if it is, this is what this is.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. We don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just overthink too much. I gotta think less. And that's a part of having fun. When you're having fun, you're not really thinking. But I'm thinking all the time.
Right.
Which is
yeah.
why I'm thinking about it. Do other people like that? I also get that secondhand like anxiety if someone else is concerned I'm not having fun. Which my girlfriend is a person that is much more of an outward fun haver. But she doesn't get like crazy concerned. Like I've dated people in the past that there's that vibe of like, are you having fun? Why not? You should be having fun. Like, I don't fucking know. Stop asking. I'm having less fun now.
Exactly. That's once you're called out for it, fun's gone.
Fun's gone.
Good feeling gone.
Yeah,
it's over. Just send me home.
Like now, from a distance, looking at anybody that's ever said that comes from such a good place of just like, oh, I want to make sure you're doing okay. You want to talk about something? But it's like, man, I hear that as like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I spiral. I'm just like, no, not fun. Bye. I'm done. I'm broken.
Yeah. I guess it's time to talk about Bali, baby. That's where I went
Bali.
on my trip.
Yeah. Had to upstage me.
Yeah, everything. We both went to islands. We both
did.
little island boys.
Well, you went to Bali and I went to Islands Hawaiian Burgers.
Yeah, and guess what? I really would have liked to gone to Islands Burgers. Well, this was a big vacation. Because before we went to Bali, we went to Phoenix for a wedding, and then we went to Bali for another wedding.
Oh,
so
I
there
didn't
were
know
a
that.
lot of things that happened on this vacation where I was like, I know I gotta talk about it on the podcast, but we've done all these things already. We've talked about weddings. We've talked about dancing in public. We've talked about vacations. We've talked about air travel.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
But there, and I'm sure we mentioned it on the wedding episode, but it is that immediately is such a different vibe, like a vacation versus a wedding with some extra days for us to have fun. But like, yeah, wedding trips are different.
Yes.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah. So we went to Phoenix for that wedding. It was a church wedding, and like, what am I gonna do? Have fun in a church? I don't think
not allowed.
so.
Not allowed.
Not
Get
allowed.
one of those funny hymns.
Yeah. I mean, the guy doing the service, he just slipped a little movie quote in, and I was like, "What? What's this?
Oh,
My scripture?" But
just Luke, I am your father. But now that that's out of the way.
And then we went to the wedding, and then there was dancing, and I was like, holy shit, I'm even worse at dancing than I thought.
It's gotten worse.
Those, whatever, 4 years in between weddings, my dancing
man.
is so much worse.
Ah.
Out of practice. And then it's time to go on this big international destination wedding that my girlfriend and her sister have been waiting to go to for over 2 years. And I was only invited for maybe a year of that time.
Sure. And is this family or friends?
This is Phoenix wedding was family. Bali wedding is their friend that they went to high school with, and maybe
Olive Garden?
Other schools as well. Yeah, it was a destination to the Olive Garden in Indonesia.
That was family.
Yeah. So it was like family. But yeah, so we this is I don't remember if I've mentioned this before or not, but this the groom, so they're friends with the bride, but the groom is from India originally. They met in college when he was studying abroad. It was her.
Hey.
Anyways, they so the ceremony was going to be, it was largely an Indian wedding, meaning that there are a lot of different events. It's not just a wedding and a reception.
Dancing's a much different game at an Indian wedding.
Yes. And so that required us all to buy different outfits. So we had different outfits for each different event.
Cool.
I packed pretty well. I packed almost everything into one suitcase. And then there was, because everything in Indonesia is pretty cheap because that's a fairly poor country, with the exception being alcohol. And so the couple asked everybody to bring alcohol from the US check it in your bag, and bring it to Bali.
I mean, hey, yeah, don't let me judge, but I'm judging. Like, holy shit, what a big ask.
So
fun idea though. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's their wedding.
My
Impose on people.
Hey, we already bought a bunch of outfits and we're going to paying to go on an international flight. Why not just have us buy some alcohol?
Yeah.
My girlfriend's sister bought 3 bottles of alcohol, one for each of us to take in our check bag, because you can take it's like up to 1 liter.
Oh, got it.
Per person. So that wasn't gonna fit in my bag, so I took another bag, put the alcohol in there, put some snacks in there, hiking shoes, just sort of like assorted items that like it was going to be tight to fit in that other bag.
Yeah.
So we get on this plane, and we got to connect through Singapore.
Okay.
And this is like an 18-hour flight, I believe.
Awful.
And I don't think I slept at all.
Yeah.
At
Same.
most,
That's
I
me
slept
on
an hour.
flights. I can't do it.
Yeah. I took
I've been
Tylenol PM to
so
try and knock
tired.
myself out.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No. I guess I don't know. I can't sleep sitting up. Just go.
Yeah, me neither. For my girlfriend, it's no problem. She's like, strap in, done.
Yeah,
She was also in the window seat and I was in the middle seat. So she had an advantage. On the way back though, I was in the window seat and it was much easier to fall asleep. But you know, we on the flight, then we have a short connection in Singapore, then we get on our other flight that's a 2-hour flight into Bali.
Okay.
At some point during these flights, it was on the way to LAX actually. I find out that my grandma, who I was not super close to, passed away. Right, so that's a little start.
Yeah.
Then we go on like a 21-hour travel day.
Ugh.
We land in Bali. We get there. We all smelling ripe as hell.
Yeah.
From just sitting there.
Rubbing elbows.
Oh yeah, we are stinky. We get to baggage claim. We get 4 out of our 5 bags.
Hey,
one of those
not
bags
bad.
didn't make it.
4 out of 5
And-
though. Hey,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Well,
good.
even though they were all checked in at the same time at the same place, as a group, they were all checked in. One of them didn't quite make it, and it was mine with all of the
Naturally.
wedding clothes. The
Awesome.
bag that had the alcohol in it, that one
Great.
made it, but
Perfect.
all my other stuff did not. Then we go to the baggage claim office and they're like, "Oh yes, sir, your bags is still in Los Angeles. We never loaded it. But give us the address where you're staying,
Ugh, God.
and we'll send it over there when it arrives tomorrow at 10 a.m." And I was like, all right. It was like 1 p.m. when we got there.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
They gave me a little bit of cash to like buy clothes to last that amount of time.
That's nice.
We take like an hour and a half car ride to our Airbnb, which is pretty nice. It's dumping
Nice.
rain outside, so
Great.
we gonna stay inside. We sleep, and then about halfway through the next day, I start to feel pretty sick.
Great.
So, to recap, the first 2 days of this amazing international vacation, A relative has passed away. I've
Yeah.
lost a bag with almost all my stuff in it, and I'm sick.
Great.
I'm not
Probably related to 18 hours not sleeping on an airplane.
probably. I'm not having a lot of fun yet.
Yeah.
We call the airport that day because we're like, hey, did that bag show up? And they're like, no, we don't even know where it is. We orchestrate a chance for me to share clothes with somebody else who will be at the wedding. We do some of the wedding stuff. It's kind of fun, but I'm trying to make my way through the sickness without being too miserable.
Yeah.
The guy that I'm sharing clothes with is skinnier than I am, so the clothes are a little tight. Then the dance floor opens up, and dancing is like a huge part from what I gathered from this one part of this one Indian wedding I've been to. But dancing seems to be a massive part of it, almost more than the like marriage is like, let's all dance though.
It's a big deal.
And they're a lot better at it than almost all of the white people who were there, but especially me. There's a buffet for the food. The guy behind me, each time, somehow, I don't know how this happened, but somehow each time it's the same person behind me. At all 4 of the ceremonies, the same guys behind me in the buffet line. And this is I don't know if we've ever talked about buffets.
Ooh.
And like eager buffet participants, somebody who's like really like shoving their way like into your station as you're trying to load up, and it's like I would be going faster if like there was space in front of me, but there's a line here. And they're grabbing the spoon for the thing that you're trying to get onto your plate. They grab the spoon, they putting it on their plate. It's like, wait a second. But we have the wedding. I am all of the men have to wear turbans, so I have to feel like I'm not culturally appropriating. I gotta get through that mental roadblock.
4 full days of, is this okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I share these pictures on social?
There goes my chance at being the president. But I ultimately have a good time at this wedding. I just really, really don't feel like I can be on the dance floor. That's the one part of the wedding where I'm like, I don't know about this. But I also don't want to be the guy sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
Clearly, like, visually, clearly not having fun.
It's the one person in the whole building.
But I also don't want to be like awkwardly like, yeah, I'm doing it too, guys.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Then the next day, we have 2 days kind of to ourselves. My girlfriend, her sister, and me.
Okay.
I really wanted to try and segue into Rainbow Connection. Couldn't quite make it work.
My girlfriend,
her sister, and me. Anyway. We booked, and by we, I mean my girlfriend, who did pretty much all of the travel planning, which was frustrating, I'm sure. And by I'm sure, I mean she told me. But we'll get to that in a second. The thing that I wanted to do in Bali was go to the beach because Bali's supposed to have beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
So I was like, put me down for beach. So that was the first thing we did on our little tour that she booked. We went to the beach, and apparently in this 2-hour car ride to the beach, my girlfriend was just sitting there like stewing because she had done pretty much all of the travel plans, um, and was frustrated that people were not voicing their opinions of what they wanted to do.
I've been in these before.
I because I had not been invited the whole time, was
Sure.
like, oh well, surely they must have ideas of what the two of them want to do.
You don't
and
want to
I'll
overimpose.
be there.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want to be
I
like,
was
what
asked-
I'd like to do
Right.
is this.
I was asked what I wanted to do. I picked my thing, and I was like, that one.
Yeah.
But it also started to feel like beach was not what everybody wanted to do. They were happy to do it because I picked it, but like it felt like in some of the conversations that were had leading up to this trip,
Yeah.
that if we're gonna cut something, let's cut out beach.
It's so interesting because I'm with you where it's like that. I don't even think that'd be a thing someone would have to pick. Like, let's do like
Right.
It's an island.
Yeah.
Let's go to the beach.
We go to this beach. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful beach.
The water is like bright blue.
Hell
There's
yeah.
like little jungle like offshoots kind of to surround it a little bit. Super nice.
Nice.
But also like it's not the driver took us to a beach. He's like, this one's not super touristy. So great. There will hopefully be
Cool.
fewer people there.
Yeah.
And there weren't a ton of people there, but there were enough where it was like, where are we going to put our stuff down?
Gotcha.
We put our stuff down at one spot, and apparently my girlfriend's sister heard somebody say, no, you can't go there. You got to move. Neither of us heard it, but whatever. So then we start going over towards the shade. There's like a little cove kind of.
Okay.
And my girlfriend was like, well, I picked that last spot. So like, where are we going to go? And I knew that I wanted to get in the water, so I didn't really care where we went.
Totally.
But we were in the shade, and I was like, there's not a ton of space for you to like lay out your towel and like bask in the sun, which I know is what the two of them wanted to do. But I'm fine with this wide open shade spot. So and my girlfriend was like, okay, great. My girlfriend's sister was like, no, I want to be in the sun. And so like, well, great. So she starts going towards the sun. Not like up into space, but towards the sunnier side of
raptured.
the beach. Yeah. So she gets raptured, and we're just kind of left there like, where are we going to put our towels? But so she goes to the sunnier side of the beach, and my girlfriend finally, that after all that stewing and then after moving around all over the beach,
Yeah.
then now she's mad. And she's like, to me, is like why aren't you making decisions? Why aren't you having fun? Why did we spend all this money for you to come across the ocean and be miserable? Like, why? What's going on here? Like, if international vacations aren't your thing, like, I'll just go with my sister next time. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm sick. I lost my bag. Of course, I'm not having the most fun. And I know I'm supposed to be. It was supposed to be a relaxing, fun vacation that we've talked about. So that was that was the way that I was like, well, this is the podcast. I don't know how to have fun now.
Damn.
And it was because it was called out,
Yeah.
which is a thing that we talked about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to turn around, but at the same, like, with being in a relationship, it's like, I guess that's a conversation that has to happen. We figure out how you have fun.
Yeah.
It's so weird when you kind of have to start manufacturing the fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it sounds like you just wanted to get in that water.
I did. That's all.
Splash around.
I don't understand why people go to the beach and don't get in the water. That's the whole point of the beach.
It depends for me. In like there, I would be right. I'd be right there with you.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd pick you up, drop you in the water, and we'd splash around and have fun. But like around here or Washington, where it's like, the water's freezing. That's never my instinct. If I'm going to the beach, I'm going to sit down and like read a book. But I'm also, I'm in between. I don't want the sun. Sun's bad. Sun's bad for me.
The sun is bad. We all got sunburned. That's why I'm wearing a hat right now, is because my scalp is in the peeling stage and it's disgusting.
Hell yeah. Hats. We're back.
Hats. We're back.
Well, and I know that a head sunburn makes fun impossible.
Yeah.
It's out the door.
So sick, sunburned, lost bag, death in the family. Like, I'm sorry.
Was there a turnaround point? Like, were you able to have fun eventually?
Overall, I think I had fun on this vacation.
There you go.
Did I have less fun than I had hoped? Yes. Due to a number of circumstances.
And I, again, relate this to wedding trips. It's gonna be, you always want to book some extra days and be like, then we'll just treat it like our vacation. But it's never gonna quite work like that.
Yeah.
There's too much that goes into going to a wedding.
Yeah.
Chill it with the weddings. Stop getting married, everybody. Come on.
I did get my bag halfway through the trip. They did find it and send it over to where we were staying. And I have a bit of a cough still, but I started feeling better the day we flew out.
That's
wonderful.
I feel like I've mostly lucked out on trips like that where I do the reverse. I'll get sick as soon as I get back. Like my immune system holds off. But it is the worst when anytime you're planning anything or looking forward to something and then you get sick. It's just like, this is not what I wanted. And I think you and I are also big, like, you get an ideal in your head of what a thing's going to be.
Yes.
And it's almost never going to be that. And you and I will never learn our lessons.
Nope.
But when it's not what you expected it to be, it's a hard time rebounding. It's hard to then have fun. And this is why we're both not doing improv anymore. That's the whole game.
We definitely had ideals in our minds that we could not meet, and it really stopped being fun.
You're supposed to just be out there having fun. And the one or two times in a scene I felt like, man, I had a lot of fun. I came off and everyone was like, that was terrible.
Yeah.
I was like,
absolutely.
Right. Guess I'll never have fun.
Yeah. I did talk to my mom today about my travels and kind of told her kind of how it went.
I talked to my mom today about my travels.
And my mom told me a little bit of feedback for you. when people ask how your vacation was, you say it was so good, we had a lot of fun. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's the whole conversation you wanted?
Yeah.
Just calling for that. All right, bye.
And that's the thing is, like, I said it was good, and then you probed a little further, and I was like, well, here's how it was. And now you're mad at me because you asked too many questions.
Yeah, that's just not fair.
No. Conversations with my mother rarely are. Anyways. So you wanted to talk about vacation stories was a topic that you had pitched as well. Is that, like, I do feel like I feel bad coming back from this vacation and not having like the good fun story.
Yeah.
That everybody hopes. Like people at work, I haven't gone back to work yet. I go back to work tomorrow. And I know people are going to be like, how was Bali? Was it so amazing? Did you try all the good food? Did you do all the stuff?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what to say. Because like, I did have fun, but I know it's going to be apparent in my voice that like I could have had more fun, but I didn't. And I feel bad about it.
Well,
which means I'm not having fun now either.
Yeah. That is a whole different thing when people want to know how'd something go, and the answer's bad. It's the same as when someone comes up to you and is like, "How you doing?" and you've like had like a terrible day. And you want to just say, and I often will, terrible, this happened and this happened and this happened, and then you can tell the person's like, I was just asking to be nice.
Right.
I don't care. It's I mean, there might be something to that. You're supposed to just say it was great.
Yep. It
went well, the couple got married, and I went to the beach.
Yeah, perfect.
You just say facts.
Yeah, all right. I'll do that.
Keep opinions out. All facts. We rode in cars. We did eat food. I'm assuming you ate food.
I did eat food. That's true.
Did that go okay?
Mixed bag. Some
bag?
Food delicious. Some food I felt like my tongue was gonna burn off.
Yeah, that's a tough game.
I think I walk away from this vacation.
Yeah.
Overall being like, I'm glad I went.
Yeah.
I had an overall, I think, good time. But also, am I a broken person incapable of having a good vacation?
That is how I felt snorkeling. Am I a broken person that I can't snorkel? I mean, yeah, it's like I was saying at the start. People have fun in their different ways. And it is hard being an introverted person. It's so hard being introverted. But that will often be the reaction. And hey, that's... hey, you got to read that book about love languages. You two will figure that out. How you have fun, because otherwise it's always that. It's always going to be that. Like, are you having fun? Yeah, but it doesn't sound like you're having fun. And then you're not having fun. Because people are prying into whether or not you're having fun. I can't. I mean, is it just that we just look miserable?
Yeah, probably. Because I mean, I know that I got a touch of the chronic bitch face.
Yeah, but I'm like, I think I said my girlfriend is a more outwardly like I'm having fun person. But when I think about what makes her that way, there's nothing that's like, she runs around waving her arms above her head going, ah!
Right.
She's not a wacky, wavy, inflatable person. I don't know. It might just be FaceTime. talking, smiling, laughing, all of the above in the correct order, not the wrong order.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how to look like I'm having fun. I just know when I am having fun.
Right. That's what I mean. I think it's for us if we're having fun. You know?
Yeah.
You don't get to know that. It's private.
That's my little private fun. My own private fun. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're getting to the end of the episode, and I'm like, I'm unsatisfied with this answer.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right.
It feels like we should have a wrap up. This is
Yeah.
how we deal with this. This is how we feel. But yeah, I don't think we have that.
Well, I know clearly we have fun. We do this podcast. We have fun together. That comes through.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Damn. Searching my brain. Trying to make this work. Because here's the other thing when you're telling like a vacation story to a coworker or something like that, is for me, and everyone vacations differently, but if I'm going to Bali, or I was just talking about I want to go to Mexico, someplace with a beach where I can just get drunk and chill. What a dream. I love it. My idea of a good vacation there is that I'm going to be just chilling. I'm going to have a few drinks. Might do a bit of reading, explore some of the sites, etc. It doesn't make for a good story, usually.
No.
The good stories are yours when everything went wrong. Then that's a good story. When everything goes right, nobody wants to hear it, but everyone thinks they want to hear it. It's like, yeah, it wasn't like constant fun. I was like, I get the most out of a vacation and a break when I'm relaxed and just there. I'm in the present, you know? And that doesn't always look fun to everybody.
Yeah, so I think maybe we just need to go on more trips.
Yeah.
And really, like, the same way that I need to clear out my living room and practice dancing so that when I go to a wedding next time, I don't look awful.
Me as a person that's like, I don't fucking know how to dance, but I have good rhythm and I look okay doing it. I want to do we'll do the, what was it? Not Flashdance. It's the Kevin Bacon movie.
Footloose.
We'll do a montage. I'll teach you how to dance.
Yeah, please.
Not well.
I just like the last wedding I danced at was actually probably in like 2014.
Damn.
Maybe.
Actually, I guess it's been a while for me too. Not as many weddings.
And I felt like I had danced okay at that wedding, actually.
Yeah.
The next wedding I went to was in like 2018, and I had to leave before the dancing happened because I got the dates wrong, and so I had to book a flight back real quick. And then then there was a wedding in 2021 that I only danced to like the Cupid Shuffle.
Sure.
And the dance floor was too crowded and I didn't have much space. And so I don't think that was good. And then there was this wedding where there's like good dancers out on the dance floor. And I just could not have been worse. Also in Phoenix, I guess I was on the dance floor for a tiny bit and also felt bad. It's just like I forgot how to do it. Like that's the skill that I never really had.
Yeah.
But really like lost in the
You didn't realize what you had.
Yeah.
You did have it. It was in you all along.
I
don't think anybody that's like not good at dancing who's been to an Indian wedding can relate to that. That's I don't think anyone's like, you should have got in there and I don't know. I get it. That's a lot of pressure. Yeah. Oh man. I don't know. Do we learn how to dance at some point? Is that an episode? Public
Taking
dancing
dance
part
lessons.
Yeah.
We should sign up for like just casual wedding dance
Is
lessons.
that a thing?
Does that exist?
Let's look it up.
Or is that just in Hitch?
Right.
I don't know.
Casual wedding dance classes. Seems like it's a thing. Here's a Groupon. Arthur Murray Dance Studio of Sherman Oaks. Yeah, this is. Oh, okay. So that's more like bride and groom because you gotta do your dance in front of everyone. So it's for them to get that down.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That makes more sense.
If there's anybody out there who offers just like casual dancing lessons, please let us know.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Especially if you have a Groupon.
Oh, we love a good Groupon. And maybe, do it over Zoom. We'll live stream it.
That's our first live episode.
Well, did we have fun?
I did have fun. Could you tell?
Fun. No.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No.
Now I'm not going to have fun for the rest of this episode.
That's fine.
Especially because I haven't thought of a plug yet.
Oh, you better get ready to have fun. We're a podcast. You understand the concept, right? It's commonplace now. People have them. It's audio only. It's in your ears and in your hearts, we hope. And if it is, we hope you'd listen to more. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We hope. Oh, hey, send us your Spotify Wrapped that says we're your favorite podcast, because I know we're some of your guys' favorite. If we made anybody's list, send it on. Tag us in an Instagram post, etc. And leave us ratings and reviews and all that good stuff. We love to see it. We love to know that things are going well and people love us. We need encouragement. You can also find us on social media, believe it or not. We're on Instagram at How Do We Human.
We got that handle.
We're still on Twitter. We'll see about that. At How Do We Human Pod.
Oh, we tweet those tweets.
We're on Facebook. That's where we are. That is also at How Do We Human.
Gotta get that handle.
And finally, you can leave us an email. We'd love it if you did. Talk to us, ask us questions, give us episode ideas. That is howdowehumanpod@gmail.com.
The best part of that handle is that it's an email.
Ring. Oh. We actually do have a comment.
What?
This is a comment from YouTube.
Okay.
On Getting Snacky.
YouTube itself commented on this?
Yeah, no. Someone, Tarek, with new trading laws since Brexit, we now have Twinkies and goldfish in Northern Ireland. It wasn't worth leaving Europe for this. Which is a very funny comment. I don't know, Twinkies and goldfish are... I love Twinkies and goldfish, and I feel like if I lived somewhere...
Like as a combination?
Oh, sure. I've never tried it, but that sounds awesome.
I thought that's what you were saying.
Crush up goldfish, cover the Twinkie in it.
Yeah,
maybe
okay.
Bake it, or broil it.
Yeah.
Get it crispy.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That sounds disgusting.
I'm right there for it. It sounds great to me. And
Both of those are good snacks. I like... Here's the thing about Twinkies.
Yes.
It's the opposite of Pringles, where like I can't have just one.
I can't stop. If I had a equal sized canister that fit that many Pringles, so it's like 10 feet tall or so, more than that, probably 20. I could eat them all. I love them. I love the things. That's why I never buy them. But if I lived in a country where I could not get goldfish or Twinkies, and then I Brexited and could get them, that feels worth leaving Europe. That's my 2 cents.
Should we do an episode of all the things that it would be worth leaving Europe for?
I am now going to ask
the Brexit bracket.
Oh, maybe that's something we get my friend Simon on for. He can tell us. I was going to ask him if he's enjoyed Twinkies and goldfish. He did. I wished him a happy Thanksgiving because it always makes me laugh to wish British people happy Thanksgiving because it has nothing to do with them. And he said he showed me a picture that he had a corn dog for it. So I was like, it almost made me tear up.
I didn't have any Thanksgiving food this year other than the Friendsgiving I went to, but I don't count that because the food was fine. Not quite to my Thanksgiving standards.
What can you do? Tarek left a few comments on a few different episodes.
Thank you, Tarek.
Thank you. Attention. They say, I can relate. I once made a joke at work. Never again. And
you guys, all of you could be like Tarek and bring us this joy of letting us know you exist.
We love that. That's a hoot. Anyways, we've gone on too long. It's time to.
We haven't talked in so long. We just couldn't.
I know.
Stop.
But Chris,
yes,
what you got going on?
I am making shirts.
Thank God.
These are great party shirts.
Ooh.
They are just solid color shirts.
Great.
That say, it's printed on there. It says, "I'm having fun." And then right underneath it says, "Leave me alone."
Great.
That's a good shirt idea.
Yeah. That's a fantastic shirt idea.
So maybe we'll start selling How Do We Human merch, and
that's
one of our first products will be "I'm having fun, leave me alone."
I love that. I might just do that. Let us know if you want a shirt that says "I'm having fun, leave me alone" with a How Do We Human logo on the back. We got that shirt.
Gotta get that t-shirt. Evan.
Huh?
I'd like to know, not how you do it, but
great.
Do you have anything that you'd like to plug?
I wrote a book.
What?
It's out there. You can get it. It's called Get Rich and Die Trying. Dangerous Ways to Rake in Your Millions. Just to read down some of the chapters so you get an idea what we're talking about. We got knife gambling. We got shark-infested investments. Networking in a house fire. Rock slide realtor wrestling. Mercury rich multi-level marketing. AK day trading. And more. Get rich and die trying. Why the hell not?
I love it.
Great.
Can't wait to read it.
Yeah, I'll start writing it someday.
Because you just said the book was out there.
It's out there, in the metaverse.
Oh, no. Speaking about not having fun.
Bye.